right, hello and welcome back as we get ready for our first game of the night as we are going to have the Havana Highflyers taking on the Calgary Chugs. Hoping for a good game. We'll see if we get it. First thing I'm going to say is that everything we're going to see for Calgary won't represent the team we're going to see here on the field, but that is okay. As we can look at the season results on the board so far, is Havana picking up a win over Arcadia last week to get back to 1-1. Meanwhile, Calgary dropping 2 series and therefore are 0-2, both in the bottom half of the standings at 6th and 10th. Looking at the schedule, 1 game played so far, but, we'll fill the rest of them out, and I think this is an interesting one, and then the 2 above them as well. But, all of them matter, especially in the shorter regular season. Looking at the standings, Hanoi alone at 3-0 right now. Santa Carla similar at 2-1, and then no one else has played yet. But we'll be focusing especially on those 0-2 teams trying to climb out. Moving over to our stats. Your key players by stats are Mintz and Remy, which kind of surprising a little bit there. As, of course, Mintz kind of standing out. Everything except assists and saves. But he's pretty close in both. And, again, team averages very in favor of Havana, but don't care. As mainly focusing on Calgary, as I said, kind of discount these. As I think Remy obviously has the best stats. He's the key player based on that. But if we're being honest, the key player is really Matt, because he's the new player to this Calgary squad. They started with Chance and Yami, then dealt Yami to get Remy, and now Chance has been dealt as well alongside a first-round pick in order to get Matt. And so this is the team they want. And even though they're last place currently, and the stats aren't great, I think this team is going to be one of the favorites. As we do have everyone in, so I'm going to say ready. We'll see. Now, prediction, I'm going with Calgary. That is incredibly confident. Out of respect for Havana, I want to say 3-1. But out of respect for Calgary, I'm going to say 3-0. That I'm interested to see. I need to turn the game up a little bit. I'll probably do it. I'll do it first goal so I don't forget. But this Calgary squad's really good. If you've been around in the league, think Florida or OKC of seasons past. You're not too far off. They play like that. Obviously, it's still Vice and Matt. Remy, if you give him space, can do a lot mechanically. And obviously, saw that against Hanoi. Obviously, Vice, will, as he'll say, had controller issues, had to play with an Xbox. Very different, wasn't doing so well. Chance kind of just not hitting the opportunities we wanted to see, but it was Remy who was always there. And so now with these two, it just feels like a Vice and Matt team. Always trying to connect with each other and usually succeeding. And so I definitely believe in Havana. We've seen, obviously, they took a game in each of their series before this, also getting a win in 5 in their last week. But, yeah, I think Calgary's really strong. That's why I went with 3-0. At the same time, this might be the week to play Calgary because this is their first week together. Obviously, I know they have scrimmed, and Matt and Vice have played together, but it's still a new dynamic. And so maybe they aren't as locked in with each other in this first week. And that could be part of how Havana managed to get a game win. That one just up high from Remy. Vice trying to dive in. Bouncing ball. Pinballed out. Remy puts it high. Is there a third? No, there's not. Matt takes a little bit too long. Will get a 50 forward, but it's just into the corner. As, of course, 2 minutes gone. Very back and forth. I think this is definitely a very strong start for Havana. As not only have they not conceded anything, they've had a good few chances on their own. As that one will roll just wide. Or actually, it'll be rolled right at Matt, who will save it wide. Matt now dropping this one down. Double commit. That could get scary, but low boost on Remy. Can get into the corner, but can't do much else as red guy will get it out to the side, and Mincy will now send it downfield. Vice trying to collect it, playing it towards the left wall, popped up in the air, Jam will dunk it away. Remy now on target, but red guy is there to send it to the side. Matt looking for a pass, Remy not going to go. Long clear will beat Remy, but it's just into the corner. He'll grab the boost and get a ceiling pinch away. Jam now moving in next, one to his left, but Remy's on his back and able to dunk that one out. That'll force Havana to reset again. Just under halfway left to go here. Still no goals on the board. This one will roll down. Vice now up off the left wall. Red guy trying to play it forward. Now off the back wall again. Red guy 50'd over to the left wall. Vice up in the air again. Mincy trying to get it downfield. Looking for the follow. Won't quite reach it. Jam now towards center. Looking to go through the air. And he will get the first goal of the game. Yeah, I'm going to wait for between games. Indecisive. But Jam. That's a big play. Mincy definitely helping out with a couple bumps on Vice. But shot still needed to be good. And so it was. This one's 50'd forward again into the Havana half. Almost out towards Vice, but Jam's able to cut it off. Now played away again. Jam able to win this one downfield. Mincy dunked back off the back wall. It'll bounce back out. Red guy now trying to jump in. Shot towards net. Popped up high by Jam. Mincy now trying to get it across. He'll jump up, but he's dunked back away again. Vice will take a shot, but he can't keep it on target, and it goes wide. This one now dropped down again. Jam will clear it away right towards red guy. Vice will cut it off. He'll look to follow up, and he'll get an even 50 back into the Havana corner. Matt now trying to pop it across, but Jam is there to answer once again. Just feels like we haven't really seen much out of Calgary. They've gotten it downfield, but then not much else. Maybe one of them has taken a shot. Maybe they try to force it into the corner, but there's no pass out. There's no strong shot, no solo play to bait the defense. Just feels like get it forward, and then either the attack dies in the corner, or we take one shot at a defender, and then GG. As we have 45 seconds left to go here. Still a chance for Calgary, but Havana holding onto their lead well so far. This one out off the corner. Mincy going to be able to play it downfield. It is right at Matt, though. Matt now a second touch forward. Too strong for Remy, who will try to play it out of the corner. Mincy makes it awkward, though. Knocked back down again. Matt 50s it up. He can get another. Rolling down, but it's rolling straight down into Mincy. Remy will keep the attack going, but again, we haven't seen a single shot out of this push. Matt looking to change that. 50'd out to the left side. Vice will pick it up. He will shoot. It's wide. And he doesn't have an angle for another. Remy might be gifted one, though. And we are tied at 1. The panic from Jam just kind of taps that one out. Of course, the bump won't help him. As the time will run down, this one off the back wall now up in the air. Jam looking for a clear. Time will run out. Vice tries to keep it alive. Matt will get the redirect forward. Vice will half flip, but red guy's there first. This one's dropping. Jam though will push it down into the corners. Matt will look for another long clear. Still in the air. This one looks like it'll fall though, and so we have overtime in game number 1 here. This one rolled across. Calgary a very slow start, but very much in a spot to win this game as Vice gets blocked, but Remy will not. It looked like it might get tough, but Calgary do enough. They get that late goal, and then they score quickly into OT. Definitely not as dominant as we expected from them, but I mean, win is a win, as we've said for Hanoi several times in this season. As it takes 11 shots, but they get the 2 goals, compared to, of course, 4 for Havana, with Jam in the end going 1 for 1. So, I mean, it's crazy. They had 11 shots. You don't remember many of them. I mean, some of them were just like, up off the bar or whatever, that they just kind of like were off target, but most of them just felt like they weren't really threats. As We are just waiting to roll into this next game, obviously. And I think, obviously, for Havana, you played a good game. You need to get more shots on target. I think you got to be happy with this one. Again, you were pretty clear underdogs in this series, so pretty good that they had to lead for so long, and they kept it so close and kept Calgary feeling so non-threatening. But at the same time, you also have to say they held the lead for that long, but they still made the mistake to give it up. And they, again, had a lead, but they didn't have a lot of shots, and they didn't get a lot of offense overall. That if they... I didn't turn the volume up. If there's a goal that I feel like doesn't need a replay, I can do it quickly during that. We'll see. Jam. It's also not that big of a difference, but I wish to. As Matt will block this one to the side. So I think certainly a game you're happy with for Havana, but there are clear improvements on both sides. All right, we're going to replay that one. Don't worry about it, Mello. As Vice drops it down, Remy gets up, reset, doesn't, well, he probably got a final touch there as he flicks it towards center. And it just floats right through to the net. You'll see it. You'll see it if they send another one, or post-game maybe. Otherwise, don't worry about it. I didn't see the last one, I feel like, so. Matt up in the air. Remy trying to wait on it, but Red Guy's there. Could have had a shot, but he didn't read it. But Mitzi is there. Oh, yeah, no, that's fine. Remy just makes the mistake. Vice side flips trying to avoid Red Guy, but that just means Mincy has a free play. And so 39 seconds into this game, it is 1-1. Mincy now tries to slow it down on his own half, and it gets awkward as well. Matt able to force a 50 out. Vice waiting under it. Looking for the touch out. Looking for a 15 out. It'll pop straight back towards Remy. But his 50 is only right to Red Guy, so it'll allow Havana a window. Although Matt closes it real quickly. Vice now another double forward across the net, but no one there to shoot it. And so it'll be harmless for the moment as Mincy gets another clear. Matt up off the back wall looking for the follow. Jam will 50 it back in. Now dropping down again. Red Guy around the outside. Vice just going to slow it down. He'll take that one away. Almost pinched that one the wrong way, but he does manage to get it forward. Remy now off the sidewall again. Matt can bang it right the other way. Bouncing off the corner. It's a Havana bounce, but Vice will turn it into a Calgary one real quick with that dunk. Now 50 back again. Remy going to keep it awkward. Mincy trying to go up, but Remy can cut it off. Matt's in the air. Crossbar, but the double is 50'd away. Red Guy able to get that one blocked as it's centered across, but Red Guy gets it to the other side again. Havana again playing pretty well on the defense, but we need to see some offense out of it, as they are just tied in this one. Vice now just going to beat a Havana player to it. Red Guy left alone, but he gets enough on that. Now Remy down into the corner, bouncing across. Remy up in the air, trying to set up Matt. But Matt just plays it off the bar. Vice is too slow. And Havana get out again. Red Guy now going to win another 50. Jam trying to dive, but without boost. Finally, the lucky streak runs out, and Remy will take it the other way until Mincy gets the dunk. Matt now on it. Can't get over it. It goes high. Vice trying to change that, but it just goes wide instead. Red Guy high clear. Remy will pop it up higher into the corner. Mincy now trying to float it away, but Vice will float it right back in. Matt, another 50, just keeping it in the corner. As Calgary have had push for a while, but they need to get something towards the center. Matt trying. Remy will knock it down, but we're just on the other side. Vice now leaving this one, and Matt with control. Pass over. Remy's there. It's 2-1. Let me quickly bat. As you can see, just the pass across. Remy there for a shot. And so it's now 2-1. Calgary do finally take a lead here. This one's popped across. Matt down off the ceiling. Remy on it, right over into Jam. Now rolling down again. Mincy on the catch. Matt pops it up in the air. He'll leave to Vice. but it's Red Guy who makes the save with a squishy effort. Mincy now trying to take control. 2 go. He'll beat both. Just Remy left to go, but he doesn't have any boost. Has to leave it to Jam, who fakes out Remy, but Matt will cut it off there. Vice now up the left wall, looking for the pop forward. Red Guy now trying to take control. He'll go over towards the left side, reset down. Jam is there. Remy now just wide, and Mincy dunks it away. Cleared away again off the left wall. Remy looking for the play forward. Matt not able to get involved in that 50. Vice trying to do something himself, but it's right up into Red Guy again, who's been playing off that crossbar quite a bit in this game. Final minute left to play here. Still a 1-goal Calgary lead. We'll see. Well, there you go. They, in fact, can extend it, as Remy's given a shot. And he'll take it. Mincy a little bit errant on that touch. No one able to close it down. Remy just pops it up in the air, and it goes right under the bar. 3-1. Calgary double their lead. 50 seconds left to go now. Pressure really on for Havana. They might be given a gift, but Red Guy can't turn it on target. And Jam is blocked by Matt. I think there would have been a defender getting back, but that one's just got to be on target. Tries to power shot it maybe and gets a little bit too much of it to the side. As Red Guy now trying to air dribble, but he'll get bumped off and Matt will get the touch out. Matt now another clear, just flicks it up towards the ceiling. Remy trying to challenge. Jim gets by him. It's almost just in, but it is wide for the moment. 2 will miss. Mincy hits, but it goes wide and Jam is beat to it. 10 seconds left to go. Doesn't seem like enough time. Matt gets another block. And another touch. That will waste away what's left of it. And as the time hits 0, it will be Calgary up on match point. This game's still not easy, but a little bit more convincing than the first. As they this time only outshoot by 1, 6-5. But they outscore 3-1. So definitely a much cleaner split for them on that one. And they're now 1 away from closing out their first series. That's crazy. Their first series of the season. As we now load on for game number 3. Urban Central. Calgary in a strong spot in this series, but Havana haven't made it easy. And so can they take a game, or will they fall here? Of course, for the sake of their game diff, they'd like to at least get a couple games back, if not start to do something, but if they're able to get it done. Red Guy, another strong dunk up into the air. Remy to the corner where Vice is waiting. He'll pass it back, but Remy can't get a shot on target. Still, there's chaos. Jam trying to get it away, bumps Mincy off of it, and it's just open. You know, I get it. I get it. That's tough. That's unfortunate. You know, because you see your teammate doesn't have boost. You want to help him out, want to be the one to hit it, but unfortunately he got all car. As this one's into the corner by Vice, he'll get the double down towards center. Remy now on it, just a pop across. And it sweeps the goal line. It's 2-0. Vice, a nasty double to set it up, and then Remy, just between all three, dices the defense. Two-goal difference already. As this one's over to the left side. Matt trying to play it forward. Mincy now still on it. We'll get the center down. Jam is there. It'll go wide. Remy now another long clear downfield. It'll bounce up off the side wall. Remy to the back wall. Double down. It's still high. They've been pretty close. Game 1 was an OT that Calgary scored with like final 5 seconds and then scored early in OT. This one's not close, by the way. Game 2 was better for Calgary, that they had an early lead and then got a little close. Then they were up 2-1, scored at the end to win 3-1. So 1-goal game in OT, then a 2-goal game. This one is just not close. Last game was close too. I mean, they were only separated by 1 shot. They were tied by multiple points. What? Remy over to the right side. I don't know what that means, Lemon, but all good. Matt trying to pop it up in the air, looking for Vice to his left. He gets the pinch. It's just high, but they are AFKing, and Vice gets the double. Mincy just lets it happen. He knows he can't get there. He just watches it. And it's 4. And it sure seems. By the way, Pitt, I think you should have 0 channel points right now. That's all I'm saying. You said you would bet your channel points on the podcast. So Bacon said bet all in on the underdog in the next series. You didn't do that. Just saying. As this one's up towards the ceiling again. 3 minutes left to play, but it's starting to feel over. As this one's played across. Mincy looking for the clear downfield. Remy now on it. Pops it up over Mincy. Vice looking downfield for Remy. Jam gets a piece of it. It's on, but Vice gets back in time. Vice now following it up in the air. Matt trying to follow. It is off target, and Mincy will push it more so. Remy now trying to center it out as well. Mincy off the right wall, cleared downfield. Vice trying to take control, up high in the air. Now dunked to the side again. Now off the right side, Jam waiting on it, up in the air, looking for a 50 down on the line. Vice clears it away. Mincy now off the right wall. Matt trying to get it away again. Red guy looking for one forward. Remy will get it downfield. Matt the pass back. Remy's already there. He'll look for a pass up and a bump, but won't quite really get either. Matt, though, will get another touch forward. Down off the ceiling, falling down in front, but it's not quite through. It hits off the bar, and the lead will only stay at 4. So a really worrying position here for Calgary is, you just like to get that extra goal across, but unfortunately they're going to need to try to keep holding this lead as we move into the final 100 seconds here. Likely of the series, as there you go. Okay. That's bullying, and it's 5. Yeah, I think Vice needed to say that, because, like, that's tough. That's tough. Mincy just gets cleared by Vice. This one's up in the air again. Played forward. Jam following it down the sideline. Gets the touch forward. It'll bounce back down. Now send it across again. Matt trying to play with it. 50 back across. Vice downfield. Looking for it off the back wall. Jam will get the touch away. Remy now off the corner. This one cleared away. Jam up in the air. Red guy to follow. Looking for the play. Matt gets it away. Vice not quite able to get that cut on it. As now Remy loses the 50. This should be a goal, and it will be. Mincy the one who gets credit. And with 1 minute left to go, Havana are on the board. By the way, I will just say, since the ratings were released, people have had their complaints. But there's a point where you gotta play the game. You can't spend a whole game, all of that, just complaining about sales, Play the game. Teams are good. Happens. There are issues. Happens. They're very much aware of them. What's the point? Why did you spend a whole game, the whole season kind of typing about it, talking about it, all of that? As we're into the final 25 seconds here. Still, of course, a 5-1 lead, so this one should just come to an end here. As our guy looks to keep control. Now Remy looking for a touch forward. Dunked away by Mincy towards net, but just wide, and Vice gets the read on the follow. Red guy will try again, but it is wide again. And so in the end, Calgary clearly ramp up across the series. And in game 3, it is not very close. They will win it 5-1 and take home the sweep. And of course, you can't quite see Matt's shots, but you can see everyone else. As we will, of course, ask about an interview. But, I mean, pretty good series from Calgary. Definitely a bit of a tough start. Looks like Havana had a chance, but in the end, just not quite able to capitalize or secure a game win. And kind of like Hanoi in their previous games, just kind of felt like eventually they were, yep, sure, we'll win this game now. And so they did, you know? Definitely was far from dominant early on in that one, but yeah, as we'll ask about an interview, we'll see. I don't know. And we are going to have an interview, and so we will be back in just one moment. And we are back with Calgary. Obviously, rough first 2 weeks, but that's a different roster as you guys get your first win here with a sweep. How's it feel?
It definitely feels good after going 0-2 the first 2 weeks. I mean, that's the first time I've ever done that in my 8-bit career, I guess is the way to put it. So it's definitely unfortunate that it happened that way, but now we're back, and I think we've shown what we're capable of, and we'll continue performing at this level.
Fair enough. Now, obviously, you guys, it felt like each game was more one-sided than the last. So, was that just you guys kind of gradually getting into it, or what was doing that?
Well, I'm just gonna repeat what I said when you first joined the call. We were testing some things out, trying to fix some things, but clearly it didn't make sense, especially taking it right in the game for the way we were playing. We just played a lot slower. And the scrim prior, we had a good set of 3 guys we were facing that were making us do a lot more. So that game, we tested something to make it easier for each other, and it just wasn't working. So we switched it back off as the games progressed and kind of chalked that and started doing our own thing again.
Absolutely. And we do have Kellen in the chat who wants to know if you guys feel like there are any other threatening teams after that performance.
I think the only other team that I personally am worried about is Hanoi, but that's because, I mean, my boy LA2's on there. Vern's a really good player. I'm not even going to mention their third. He's a fucking bum.
Yeah. He can't
but
decide if
LA2 and
he's
Vern,
scared of you or not.
He definitely is.
yeah, he should be. After all the DMs and everything going through and talking about how, oh, we can't let this happen, spamming Cozy. Oh, don't trade Remy. You're trolling, blah, blah, blah. You can't let Vice let that happen. But honestly, don't give a fuck. Got the team. I think if we face them again, same conditions, LA2 can be on his actual PC. I think we beat them now.
Yeah.
So I'm not too worried about it.
I think it'll be a good game.
It will be a good game for sure.
Fair enough. Now, looking at your guys' schedule, up next, you guys have Miami. How do you feel about that matchup?
Wait, who's on that team?
Stewie, Zach, and Sweezy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm friends with all of them except Zach, so I don't want to talk too much shit. I think we'll handily win that game, but you never know. Stu, he's a demon. He got promoted to Prism for a reason after going back to back, so he might be able to show something that he deserves to be here. So we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think that's about all I have for you guys. So congratulations on the win, and good luck next week.
Yeah, appreciate it.
All right, and that will do it for the first series of the night. We are going to have one more, 9:30 start, so we'll be back in about 50 minutes, but that will do it for now. So thank you to everyone who tuned in, and congratulations to Calgary for getting this win. Again, I think this is definitely a team to watch out for going forward, and we'll see as they continue on through their season. But again, we got one more game tonight, so we hope to see you back then. Your final score here, one last time, Calgary 3, Havana 0. We'll see you just a little bit later on for more Week 3 play over in Pixel.